Have you ever had a disc that you just fell in love with, but the manufacturer of that disc doesn't really make it anymore? It's a disc that I use all the time. It's in my bag no matter what, but for some reason it's not a stock mold, so they only make it sometimes, and some years they don't even make it at all. I don't like that feeling, so I kind of took matters into my own hands. What I was looking to replace was a very, very overstable 6-speed, something that could work almost as a ridiculously beefy approach disc. So I had a conversation with Jason. He is the owner of NSH Discs. They 3D print discs, which is perfect because that means if I need one, they just make it. And he sent over these. And he sent over these. Now this is not a disc that they make already, but they will be. And it's all because of me. Now if you look at these, they are very, very stable. But this one is a lot deeper, this one's a lot shallower. These are two different prototypes, and we're gonna be throwing 9 holes to see what they do, which one I like more, and which one is going to end up being the warp. Now the more shallow one. Whoa! What? I personally would have thought that the more shallow one would be more stable. That was not the case. Now, one of the use cases that I have for this disc is it is basically better than a Zone OS. Oh, now why the warp? Why is it called that? What is this? Well, if you don't know, NSH is a 3D printing disc company, makes a bunch of molds. You know that bear bite one where he flips it upside down? NSH. And don't tell Jason I call him a freaking nerd, but a lot of his discs are named after like things that deal with Star Trek. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I'm more of a Marvel Spider-Man, but warp speed, because it's so beefy, it warps through the air. You get it? That one, I don't think that one's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be the deeper one. Yeah. That is the exact flight. The exact flight I wanted. So I think I've already decided after 2 holes, it's gonna be the deeper rim one, and that's also the one that Jason liked more. More plastic means more weight. I think that one's 169, the other one's like 161. You can tell. I mean, that disc isn't bad. It's just not the slot I'm looking for. This one, on the other hand, because these are prototypes, they're slightly different. They're not PDGA approved yet, which is what this video is all about. This is me deciding, which I think I've already decided, this is gonna be the warp. It's deeper, feels really good, pretty flexy for a 3D printed. I don't know how they do this. I asked about all their secrets. Jason said something about an NDA. Oh, trees! Jason, that skinny one? Not it. What? Oh, you haven't seen the disc yet? Look how cool this is. If you're just looking at it like this, it kind of just looks all muddled. But as soon as you put it in the light, NSH Custom Discs Warp. This is going to be the stock stamp, and the completely Cory stamp we'll get to in a second. Now where the heck did this non-beefy one go? This one almost feels like a baby raptor or something, or it flies like a baby raptor. I don't even know what I'm doing with that one anymore. This is what the front looks like. It's got like almost a clear or like transparent cover on it, which is really cool. And then the bottom is the red, and then that's the clear. So that's how it, you know, that's how it does it. Fun fact, this is actually the course that I learned everything on. This was the very first course that I ever played. I don't know if it says that there's a, yeah, there's no Mando on there. There's no Mando here. We usually just bomb it out there. But today we're gonna take the gap because that's kind of what this is for. Yeah, that thing flips up. That is not, that's not a warp at all. So in my eyes, the warp is meant to be that super, super overstable disc that really, if you get a good hold of it, can only go maybe 250, 260, if you're really throwing your butthole out. And then it has some cool properties, like it can skip, it can dive bomb, maybe not with this plastic because it's pretty soft. I don't think it'll tombstone. Whoa! Oh my God, look at this crazy swirly wind. This must be perfect for it. There's no wind. Ooh, I'm really hoping I'm not that small of a niche to want this disc. I know there's other people out there that want this style disc. Maybe they just didn't know they wanted a completely Cory NSH warp. Tell your friends. Dude, that thing skipped straight. Skip shot with the real warp. That would have been so cool if that tree wasn't there. I'm filming a freaking video. Stop it. I'm gonna consider this one of the more aceable holes, but you can't see the basket, so we just gotta listen. Maybe. Those both have to be right next to the basket. Yeah, they both skipped right after. So, sweet. How do they putt? They're good putters too. As long as you like something that's, you know, insanely beefy. I'm hanging that one on the wall and it's never seeing the light of day. Bad prototype for this reason. Good prototype for this reason. Two things. One, if you haven't already, please subscribe. This is a new channel. I'm only like a little over 200 subscribers. My last channel had like 1,500, but I wanted to start over, start fresh. Please subscribe to this one if you already haven't. And two, what is your most overstable, just ballpark frank Johnsonville brat beef in your bag? This is obviously mine. I do have like the Fireball, which is an overstable 9-speed, but for some reason this 6-speed slot gives it like positive turn, like a positive number turn, and no glide at all. That's the one that's going on the wall too. Maybe I'll use it as a putter. Wind putter, robots in disguise. All right, we'll go with the not warp first and put it on more hyzer. And then this one we'll throw flat and a little higher so that it gets to the basket. Skip in. Oh! I know you couldn't see that, but I almost skipped it in. No, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. First one's back. It kind of came closer to here. This one definitely skipped, you know, tickled the chains, landed here. I'm actually super glad I came to this course because there's a lot of holes that are perfect for this. This is a chop flex forehand, and this should be the perfect disc for the job. I don't know where it went. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know why I keep throwing the thinner one like the other one, because it's not the same disc. I actually have a decent shot for the first one. Yeah. Yeah, no. NSH doesn't do flight numbers. That's one of their things. It's not about the flight numbers, it's about how much fun you have with the disc. But if I were to give flight numbers to the disc that I helped make, I would probably say 6, 3, +1, 4. Something like that. This is so beefy. And for the locals of Freedom Park, there's a new like back 9 where they just kind of added placements to the original baskets, but with different like tee pads. And this has always been like bonus hole or hole 10. So we're gonna throw this. Yeah, that's not even the same disc. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, wait, Cory said something about his own like signature version of this. Where's that in the video? It's coming, but I want to get this approved. I want to get those in my hand, show you like that, and then we'll be able to tell you about the discount code I'm getting, tell you about where you can find this disc and the stock stamp, tell you about what my favorite hot dog is. Yeah, Cory, good idea. Throw a red disc in all these leaves, idiot.